From speculating a brand new battle pass to finding the actual problem within Fortnite in general, today we are recapping everything that hit the explore page for you within the Fortnite community today. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. If you are new to this series that we have been doing, it's where we have a bunch of posts gathered for me to react to, plus a few things here and there that I came about while scrolling through X because I am now a user of X and I kind of intertwine it with this video, so you're going to get authentic reactions from some things and just things that I wanted to share on top of that. But here, let's start off with a running theory that we are going to get an Idol and Pop Star theme season and Battle Pass. I would imagine these are survey skins. I don't know if these are actual survey skins that were leaked, but if not, that's actually incredible artwork. All of those skins look really cool. I love this one, though. Not necessarily the skin, but I love it. I thought this was a lightsaber at first. Oh my god, and my face cam is blocking it. There we go. We can bring it over here. This one, look, I thought it was a lightsaber at first, but I love, like, this edit style. It's kind of like the Ageless. That's one of my favorite edit styles on any skin of all time. Very, very cool. There was a reply to that. Wait, you're a genius. TS would go so hard. I could also see them realize it the same way they release it the same way they release the OG high stakes members. One crew, one battle pass, one shot. That'd be really cool, too. That'd be really cool. But unfortunately, it seems like that we are going to get a heist-themed season, but I don't know, maybe because of these survey skins, we could continue on with a different theme. Plus, leaks have been wrong in the past. You never know. That would be sick. Could be a full-blown collab with Festival, and they could have the main stage as a POI. Imagine holograms of actual Festival games being hologrammed on stage. Very cool. You know what I never thought of? I think it would actually be really cool if Epic Games were to make a bunch of these metaverse modes in actual POI on the BR map. Like, I know not necessarily rocket racing, but what about like a grand POI of like the Lego city? Just not in the style of Lego, but like intertwine it into the actual Fortnite graphics. I think that'd be really cool. The festival main stage, you can go underground and everything. Like we've had one of the risky reels was kind of similar to that, but like I actually think that would be a really, really cool idea. But with that, let's continue on to a community post within the Fortnite community by Forsaken. I got a question for the Fortnite community. Why do people hate tryhards and use it as an insult? The majority of people called sweats don't even try that hard. They're just slightly above average. The game has been out for over 7 years, so the average player is very good now. Well, let me tell you, Forsaken. This is the mentality that the vast majority of people have when it comes to people sweating in a game. I'm the only one who can try in a video game. If anybody else tries, they need to get a life. But when I try, it's totally okay. That's what the logic actually boils down to. And I always have this question. Do you just expect people to not try? And I want you, if you have the opposite opinion of this, you sit down and you seriously tell me that you do not try to win in fights. You do not try to have fun in video games. You do not try to actually win at video games. You are lying, and you can't handle that people are better than you. It's crazy. He continues on. Another question, why should good players have to not try to win when they fight someone else? Should they just not build and shoot at all? Most people play games to win, since winning is fun, so why do they act like people trying to win isn't fun? I'd love for some opinions. It's true. That's exactly it. Everybody complaining about, oh, the tryhards, the sweats. I don't have time to spend 24/7 in creative when, like, in reality, and I will sit down and say this, I remember what it was like to learn how to do, like, that first, like, wall ramp rush. Plus, the people who are like that bad at the game, the people who just refuse to get a little bit better at the game, they will see like the most basic thing of all time, or they'll just be like walking in an actual straight line, being like the easiest target of all time. Excuse me, I don't know what that is. Like a little fuzz or something. Being the easiest target of all time, and then like, oh my god, these guys just beam you out of nowhere. Meanwhile, like it was like the easiest headshot I've had in my literal entire life. But man, I will always go back to that face sway tweet. I will always go back to it. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was something like the downfall of gaming happened when instead people cried about dying when they used to just like actually try to win at a game or send a friend request to the prestige guy in COD. So true. There was a reply to it. Slightly above average, my ass. The average player isn't spending multiple hours in creative just editing. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Only like the hardest core competitive people legitimately do this. Forsaken replied to that and said, neither are most good players. I can easily quadruple edit and edit extremely fast, and I've never practiced editing once. Literally, just playing the game for a while makes you good. The only people that sit in creative for hours are pros or people who want to make money. Then you're not an average player anywhere near it. No, that is the average player nowadays. It is. People have strengths. People have weaknesses. You just don't have to play build mode. Like it's insane to me that this is a take nowadays, okay? They've gotten so used to killing bots so much, that's why. Their whole tune changes once they actually encounter actual players who can outplay their opponents. That's it. And I don't understand why people don't have fun with the challenge. Do you just want wins handed to you all the time? But I just want to chill. Then, like, go play Party Royale. Do you know how many creative maps there are where you can just go hang out and chat with people? Like, I'm being sincere when I say this. I don't understand. Like, part of the fun with gaming, part of the fun with the Battle Royale is the challenge. Part of the reason why we were all posting our wins on Snapchat back in the day was because it was difficult to win a Battle Royale. I enjoy when games are difficult to win. I enjoy improving. Like, I don't understand why people play, like, some sort of, or any sort of competitive game when they have such a problem with losing. Like, I always hate telling people to go play other games, but that attitude almost seems like, well, go play Mario Kart or something, where you can just drive around with 12 CPUs. Like, I'm not saying that as a joke. Like, I'm being completely serious. You're playing such a competitive game, and you're whining that people are better than you. And Forsaken ended up replying that too. It's so funny that since bots have come out, they've only been good for a very small portion of the community, which is newer players. Everybody hated bots in early chapter 2, then they just gave up complaining because Epic didn't listen to them, and still hasn't. Yep, that's true. Let's continue on. Based on what I saw, it's not because they're good, it's because they complain about every fun items, and then Fortnite nerfs everything because the guy with the keyboard couldn't handle to die to some OP item. Yeah, I don't care if I die to OP weapons either, but I will sit here and say, no OP things, everything should be balanced when it comes to competitive play. Just continuing on with that, like, just keep that in mind, okay? I'm talking about just regular gaming, regular Fortnite. It's pure jealousy and envy for those that are better than them. These casuals, not true casuals spend all day crying about sweats, only exist in a reactionary group. They don't care about the game, they only care about owning the sweats. See the entirety of Wrecked. Forsaken replied to that and said, it's funny because I work 12-hour shifts at a factory, so sometimes it's even longer shifts, and I'm still good at this game and only play a few hours a week. It's not that hard to be good at the game. I actually relate to Forsaken in that, like, I don't have a ton of time to game anymore at this point in my life. I'm still good. I just don't freak out when somebody is a little bit better than me. I have fun with the challenge, okay? Because it's never a fair fight. I don't want to be killed by some troll whose cheeks stick together, okay? Forsaken again replied to that, I work 12-hour shifts in a factory and get called a sweat. It's absolutely a fair fight. The game has been out for 7 years. You either evolve with the average player or you fall behind and start losing. This is so based. This is so based. I love to see it, and I love to see that Forsaken is actually standing on his opinions over there. Let's continue on to another thing that Shin has said, which, shockingly, not a lot came from this. Fortnite has taken action against players using bot lobbies to improve their ranks. I think this is a perfectly fine update for Epic Games to do. You shouldn't be able to use bot lobbies to improve your rank. Like, it's fine to use bot lobbies if you want to get XP, if you want to level up, or even if you just want to practice, but when it comes to the actual ranked mode, I believe this is the right thing to do. I was just shocked to see that people weren't, like, freaking out about that, okay? Reddit is leaking had this to say, how about you concentrate on the actual mad cheating going on? I'm actually not familiar with, if anybody could shed some light in the comments, I would appreciate it, and not just complaining, like, actually telling me. I don't know if the cheating problem in Fortnite, like, legitimately is that bad, because if I die to people on Fortnite that, like, could even be perceived as cheating, I don't give it a second thought. I just have fun and I load into the next game. I don't know if it's competitive, like, if it really is that bad that people are making it out to be, or if the problem with it, though, is because we have so many people, the attitude with the first tweet that we saw, a lot of people, and I'm sure that you've known a lot of people with this in your regular life, too. How many friends have you had that assume somebody must be cheating if they ended up killing him, when in reality the player was probably just good? So is this actually a problem in competitive? I haven't followed and I don't know. But regardless, I think it's good that Epic Games is taking a step to help the state of ranked, okay? Let's take a look at a new post that got quite a bit of attention over here. Hope isn't the problem with the story. It's the fact that all of our supporting characters minus Jones have been completely written off. Characters like Star Oakley, Rufus, Valeria, Blair, Valeria, Cable, Valeria, the Oracle, Valeria, and Valeria need to come back. I think you forgot Valeria. True. I thought Valeria had so much potential down the road, dude. I loved, like, the potential of Valeria's story. She wasn't flushed out enough where I was, like, kind of like, okay, awesome, I can't wait to see what happens with Valeria next, but if, like, I hate to be that guy, but if Donna Mustard was around, we know that a character like Valeria would have vast improvements to the entire storyline. No, it's not only this. Hope doesn't really do anything that Jones couldn't do if he was still an MC. They even gave her superpowers, which was a horrible choice, just to make her actually useful in the story. Amy or Sloan would be infinitely better as Jones' teammate or the second MC. I don't know about Amy. I don't have a problem with Hope. It's just I have a problem still with the overall storyline. I'm still just not invested in it. And perhaps we can make a video on exactly why that is in the state of the Chapter 6 story. But I do kind of agree with this. I don't have a problem with her getting superpowers, but I do like the idea of Sloane being alongside Jones. But I also like, if Charlie Wen is going to continue the story, I don't mind Hope being the main character. I just wish that she was a little bit more unique than Jones. We haven't seen, like, I need to see more unique, different things, because what the tweet said was right. There's a lot of things that have been done that could just literally be Jones, you know? But let's continue on. Even Jones is just there. He's nowhere near as supportive or anything at all with her. He's not even much, there's not even much of a point of being there as of now. Yeah, I mean, he's there to be partners. They're sharing an apartment together. How cute. John Jones, the main character of the Fortnite storyline, relegated to a bedmate. Okay, let's continue on to Tim Sweeney. Apple has led gaming into 5 years of famine. Shame on Apple, and shame on every regulator and law enforcer who has let Apple get away with appointing themselves dictators, tax collector, and censor over the world's content. And this was a quote tweet to Mustard Plays. Finally upgraded my iPhone, didn't have the heart to delete this. Been on my phone since day one, and I'm hoping it'll come back someday. Fortnite on his iPhone. Crazy nostalgic. But there was a couple replies to Tim Sweeney over here. Let's take a look at him. Waysome had this to say about it. I don't understand why you can't just release the app again on iOS unless you're still in the legal proceedings. Niantic has a separate web store for Pogo, and I purchase items from there and use the currency within the app. There are better benefits to buying from the web store, and there was more to that, sorry. Let's see, there are benefits from buying from the web store compared to within the app. Couldn't Epic Games implement a similar system? Tim Sweeney did reply to that and said, this is exactly what Apple wants. Accept their monopoly on in-app payments in apps that Apple didn't create and make customers jump through ridiculous hoops to get a better deal elsewhere. Apple's currently in a contempt of court proceeding over this issue and will fight on. You know what's so funny is I often forget that Tim Sweeney is actually still involved with this, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's just like we don't get as much hype around this anymore, right? Let's continue on. It seems like we have to free Fortnite or something. Yes, sir. Give me a brand new free Fortnite cup. That's why we've got the channel monetized. So I am very, very appreciative of the fight against Apple. All right, for this next post, guys, why I don't really get why we ended up choosing this one, but Mako face on a Fortnite date, little nervous. I mean, it is good artwork. Let's be real, but this is not particularly something that would come up on my timeline. But honestly, it is very, very well done. I like that we're at Bird over there. The style is very nice. I'm always here for some Fortnite art. Cyan ended up replying to that and said, talk about Fortnite lore and the 5 realities. Easy win. Exactly. That's how you get the Fortnite girl, Cyan. We talk about the Fortnite lore and the 5 realities, okay? I don't know if you guys have seen this clip. Yoxic posted this. Nick A30 getting down at the club with a girl. And of course, it is a... I don't know. Like, this was everywhere a little while ago. Like, this got 521,000 views. And it's a guy that just kind of looks like Nick A30. It's not even a guy that... it's not even a guy that, like, you could mistake as Nick A30. It's just a guy that just kind of looks like Nick A30. But with the caption that Nick A30 spotted at the club with his woman, it just ended up gaining a bunch of traction. And I personally find it funny. Check this out. I'm gonna turn off the music, though. It's just music. And there's Nick A30 dancing with this girl. I personally don't get it. Like, look at this. Does this look like Nick A30 to you? Maybe if you're intoxicated, yeah, but I just don't get it. But this picked up so much traction. I just don't get it. It's just a guy dancing. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, okay? That's Nick A69. Yup, Nick A30, Nick A69. And that's all for that one, okay? Let's continue on to an actual Fortnite storyline post over here from Restro. Been very nostalgic of the old story this past week. I just want good, normal length, non-chapter finale event again, like we genuinely had it all, and then it was suddenly taken away from us. Very well said by Restro. Very, very well said. And there was an amazing story that has unfortunately been ripped from us, and I can only hope that it picks up back up again.
Intended for Dr. Sloan.
This is so nostalgic, dude.
His weapon system will reach critical mass sooner than expected.
And like some of these highlights, and now he's making. Thanks, Restro, dude. Thanks, Restro. Now you're making me incredibly nostalgic for the Fortnite story. There was a reply to that, and besides the story, the techniques of the live events have also developed so well and always had a special aspect. It's difficult to put up with simple mini events from now on when we actually know the potential is there. See Remix the Finale. Yeah, Remix the Finale. That was a special event, let me tell you, okay? But it is right, but at the end of the day, I am grateful that we are getting mini events, we're getting community events. It's better than nothing, and it's better than what we've had, so who knows, maybe down the road, we'll end up getting some more events one day. Let's continue on to a post that I added for this video, okay? Breaking news, popular Fortnite streamer and YouTuber Cyan has been found dead in his room in Salty Springs. Cause of death is yet to be known. I don't know what caused this post, but it was very, very unfortunate to hear. Cyan, dead in Salty Springs. Tim Sweeney finally had enough. This dude has been on a crusade against the metaverse for too long. And left Cyan dead within the loop, okay? I ended up replying and said, I heard a report that he was just getting home from a romantic date and walked into a ceiling trap. Could you imagine that for a second, though? Could you imagine? Could you imagine Cyan just, like, living in the loop, just, like, strolling along, like, yeah, after a good day, tweeting against the metaverse. Just finished my video, had a nice date. Just walks in, spikes, just... Things are so much funnier when you legitimately imagine them the way, like, like actually happening to somebody. So funny, dude. And I gotta highlight what Urgent said over here because I had a funny thread. And this was what, like a week ago? Yeah, it was a week ago. So Urgent said a date with whom, Sloan, Valeria, Midas. I said the Imagine, and Urgent replied, bro was walking a fine line messing with Logan's girl. So true. And that actually ended up making me laugh because at the time I was reading this and I was just replying, and I said something so stupid, like it's about Cyan dying. I found a post about Cyan dying, and I was hanging out with my mom. We were watching some fights, and I actually did laugh out loud. And then my mom's like, what's so funny? Because, like, realistically, who just sits at their phone and laughs? But I thought it was, like, actually funny. And I was legitimately picturing Cyan walking through a door at Salty, like in the blue house, just legit, just dying. So that stuff makes me laugh, right? And for context, if anybody's new to the channel over here, Cyan is a good friend of mine, okay? So how am I supposed to explain that to my mom? Really? So I just said nothing, and now she was wondering what was funny. Hey, so yeah, there's this other YouTuber that I talked to. We became pretty good friends, and I found out that we actually kind of live close to each other. I just imagine him dying, Mom. To be honest, she's known me long enough where she might actually understand that, but what am I supposed to say to that? Anyways, let's continue. Cyan actually replied to that. Cause of death, not enough lore. Yeah, that's aged well, eh? That's aged pretty well. Mirage said, my bad, guys, spiked his drink, dude. Imagining unfortunate things happen to, like, Cyan is just so good. Can you imagine Cyan having, like, a good time with just somebody spiking his drink? Anyways. Sorry, imagine someone spiking Cyan's drink, taking him to Salty Springs. Like, okay, Cyan, don't worry, I'll drive you home. You're a little too drunk now. Drives home, walks into Salty Springs house, trap goes off, just Cyan gets deleted from the planet. Let's continue on though, sorry. I'm PQ had this to say. The official event storyboard just got released by Magnopus featuring the wake up text. I don't know who that is, like, if it's an artist, or apologies if I don't know who that is, but full image in the replies, and we can see, okay, so there was a reply at some point during, we saw this. I saw this a little while ago. At some point during the finale sequence, this wake up text was supposed to show up, and this is what it would look like. So this is the original concept art? Is it? I'm guessing that's what it is. If not, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I always like seeing this type of stuff, to be honest with you. It was the event storyboard. I'm not familiar with what that is. I would imagine it's just like what you normally see in this, like in the development for some things. I think it's pretty interesting. Pretty cool. It's crazy how some of these, like, actually end up turning out to be straight up live events. And sorry if you guys can't see it to the extent that I can. Maybe that's a little bit better. Pretty cool, though. Pretty cool. Honestly, I like it. And with the replies over here, I was actually going to skip this one, but with this reply, it ended up getting stuck in my head. And now I have to share this with you guys because I'm probably going to be living with this for the rest of the night, okay? I forgot about this. I saw a TikTok about it a while ago, and I hate it. I hate it. I've never found it funny. Well, actually, the song was kind of funny, but I never found, like, I always thought Stranger Things was a little overhyped. But anyways, there you go. Now you have to live with Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. All the way over to Jack Courage Dunlop. Let's see what he had to say. It's wild to see how much better OG Fortnite Season 2 is versus Season 1. I hope we never go back to OG Season 1 again. A solid reminder why Fortnite peaked in Seasons 2, 3, 4, 5 of Chapter 1. It's about to be a fun few months to play. If only some people in this space could have been calling something like that. If only somebody could just actually know how bland that map was. How you wouldn't feel the OG vibes. Oh, wait. We've been saying it over here on this channel. But I will sit down and say, like, while Seasons 2, 3, 4, and 5 are infinitely more fun, I'm personally very excited for the later seasons of Chapter 1, but I understand that's not, like, intentionally loved by the entirely loved by the Fortnite community, I should say. It's OG is gonna branch out and it's gonna be a little bit better. I know people have been frustrated with OG. People have been saying that OG Fortnite's dead. I disagree with that. I think it's on a very nice trajectory right now. Okay. 99% of the streamers were straight dog crap in Season 1, 2. People like Stir Steady Aim, Clouded Clouds, and I'm guessing it says Exorcisms, the way that's pronounced. But anyways, lead the leaderboards. Yeah, a lot of people did suck on Season 1. It wasn't the same game, and with the map and the state of the game, it was bound that people wouldn't really like it. But I liked it without bots and skill-based matchmaking, I will tell you that. Snags had this to say. Yeah, I've been saying this all along. They have to do Season 1 for the nostalgia and to start the new game mode, but Season 2 Plus is when people who are new to the game or have been playing the game for the last 5 years will actually like it. Season 1 was such a basic game, but after that, banging. Exactly. I think that people might get a little bit tired of it in Season 2, and then Season 3 won't change that much, but Season 4, Season 5 especially, I'm very excited for. Very excited for, but you're also going to have a lot of problems when it comes to Season 5 with the spray meta, but I'm over here. I'm going to enjoy this spray meta, and I have my toys where I'm going to be playing golf again. Golf on the links with the boys. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for Chapter 1, Season 5, okay? Here is another post that I personally saw. I wanted to add it over here, okay? I found a post by not Chiazzo, and sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, okay? Listen, I love OG, but we got to talk about these crazy circles, man. And I couldn't believe it when I saw this, to be honest with you, because I ended up replying this, which I'll show you in just a second. I miss this. I miss when the circle was all over the place. I miss when the storm was a threat. I miss when you actually had to take it into account and run away from the storm. I loved that we had end games at different POIs. Some of the most fun times I've ever had was end games in Wailing Woods, end games in the forest, hiding in the trees, end games in Chapter 2, Season 2 with things like the rig, end games at the shark. I miss things like that. Chapter 1 in general, some of the most fun end games of all time were at Pressure Plant with the gravity thing in the middle and with the mech in the middle. Just like having end games in different parts of the Fortnite map creates for a different experience each game. And I think that helps with actually having seasons become stale. I respect that, and I understand why people wouldn't want to run away from the storm, but I still think it was ultimately a very, very good thing. I ended up replying to that and had this to say. I actually love that. It's a classic OG experience, plus having end zones and different POIs all the time is something that I missed a lot. By the way, guys, we have conversations about Fortnite all the time, so if you want to follow me over on X, you can follow me at Clen YouTube, or the links in the link tree in the description down below, or you can find the actual link to the X page in the description down below as well. Thank you very much. Let's continue on to some more replies about that. Let's keep going, okay? Almost as bad as Chapter 2 Season 2 circles right before the device event. Dude, I loved that. I loved that. I can't believe, like, all the respect in the world, honestly. Like, if everybody wants circles in the middle of the map, that's fine. I just can't believe that people are disagreeing with me on this. I loved end zones in different parts of the map. I don't want it to be around the same. I don't want it to be around the middle, and that's something that I really miss from Chapter 1, okay? My first ever duo win is when we landed at Junk Junction and finished at Moisty Mire. This is the prime Season 2 experience, and you have it good being able to tactical sprint. That's true, but I also like that Epic Games put that in there. I like that it is the Season 2 experience. Half the fun in OG Fortnite was worrying about the storm, running away from the storm. It was actually a little bit damaging. It was actually a little bit worrying. It wasn't just something that's like, oh yeah, the storm's here, gotta move this way just a little bit, you know? I miss it, man. I miss it. OG's doing a lot right, okay? Games of Dane had this to say. I wish circles were like this in normal BR. Storm poses absolutely no threat the way they are. This is great. Can pick heaps of players off as they're coming out. Yeah, and that's part of the Battle Royale experience. You have to take the storm into consideration. Again, I'm shocked that people have a different take than me, but again, I respect it. I respect it. Totally fine. And people want OG movement back. Did they even play the game back then? Yeah. Yeah, you died to the storm a lot more with the OG movement, man. Hypex, and I'm sure you guys have seen this, and I've seen this myself as well. IShowSpeed and Cenat in Fortnite. Fortnite has officially sent them IRL props. Just give them the skins, and we all know that the skins are probably coming. Let's take a look.
Fortnite at the damn crib. We got Fortnite, Tomato Town, in the goddamn back. When we woke up today, greasy.
Well, I want to know what it's like to just getting like a Durr Burger delivered to your front door.
Bro, let me say something. When we woke up today, bro, all this shit spawned right in this motherfucker. I don't know what this one is.
Oh yeah, it just spawned there. you didn't have to have permission for it.
No, Dusty Depot. That's not Dusty Depot. Yes, it says Dusty Diner. That's not Dusty Depot though. Yes, it is.
You know, Dusty Diner is infinitely better than Dusty Depot, and I will sit on that.
Dusty Depot. Wait, this is not.
It's kind of cool to see though.
Probably like, I think this is ad. Salty Spring? No, Retail Row? Retail Row? Maybe? It is Dusty Depot. It is Dusty Depot. Where's this at?
You know, it's turning me off a little bit that they're pretending like they don't know that it's Dusty Diner. They're pretending like, oh my god, what is this? Is this maybe Tomato Town? You know, I just don't like when people pretend to not know things, man. Like, we know how much they've played Fortnite.
Depot, right? The trailer.
You know what the energy I'm getting from this is? And I promise I don't mean to come off like I'm hating. Like, I think it's super cool they're getting this. And Speed is going to get some probably, like, really funny content within Fortnite. It's giving me the same energy as the people who, like, you know, like, oh, I play Fortnite, and they intentionally spell F-O-R-T and then N-A-I-G-H-T. Like, you know that's not how it's spelled. It's just, like, you're being that way just to be sick, and I don't appreciate
Dusty
it.
Depot. Yes, it was. Retail Row. No, it's at Dusty. It's not at Dusty Depot.
Oh, the new Dusty. Oh, these are season 5 props. We got. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Dusty Diner. It is Dusty.
Where this one from? Trucking. They didn't saw this last time. Oh,
Did they get the motel
Yeah,
props?
Chad,
Dude, that's a big property, man.
Chad, we didn't show y'all this the last time.
That's pretty cool,
We
though.
got
And we all know that this probably means they're teasing a collaboration. I doubt that Epic Games will be sending this to them for absolutely no reason. Just like Sizzo said over here, they're 100% getting icon skins before the end of 2025, calling it... Good call, Sizzo. Who could have saw that coming? Okay. I speak for everyone when I say we'll be buying the IShowSpeed emote. What would be the emote that Speed gets? But I'm sure, like, honestly, I'm sure that he'll be adding something funny to Fortnite. Let's continue on over to Restro again. When will we actually have an entire season with no lore drought and consistent good storytelling throughout it? I am so sick of getting all the lore at the start and at the end of each season and nothing happening in between. The story is genuinely cooked if they keep this up. Unfortunately, it just appears to be the state of the game right now. It appears to be the state of the Fortnite storyline. I miss when it was something that was like, that I couldn't wait to figure out what the next piece of it is. Now I'm just like, oh yeah, this is happening. I miss it. I miss it with all of my heart, and I hope that it gets put together one day. Eiko replied to that and said, low-key, the only recent season that, in my opinion, had amazing consistency in the story was wrecked. Yeah, that's true, actually. The whole Wanderer mystery, the Pandora's Gems, Megalodon's plan, it had a bit of everything. Restro ended up replying to that and said, I agree, it was a great season for the story, but they absolutely fumbled everything once Doom was revealed to be the Wanderer. The mystery of the Wanderer had such potential that was unfortunately wasted. I actually disagree with that. I think that leaks are the issue, man. I think that leaks are the absolute issue with all of this. It would have been so cool to find out that it was Dr. Doom, like, if we didn't already know that it was going to be Dr. Doom. But Eiko is absolutely right in saying that Wrecked was the one with the good storyline. It's true. For one of the most hated seasons of all time, and I think that we could all agree that it actually did have a good storyline, okay? Faye Scarlett replied and said this, it's why I love Chapter 4, Season 4. I love the story with Nolan and his crew. Each week we got a little something. They fumbled at the ending, but leading up to it and seeing Nolan make up with his crew was boss. I really hope next season being heist theme means Nolan and his crew return. I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but hey, you know what? Maybe they'll just bring him back and kill him. Hang on. Imagine they revive him off screen too, just in a story quest. just the complete opposite. I would actually find that hilarious. Now, guys, I did want to bring you over to another post over here because this is something that I just wanted to read to you because I ended up posting this and I made a video. If you guys saw it, thank you very much for watching it, by the way. I found an interesting video about why Fortnite isn't as popular in day-to-day life anymore. Why is that? And then I reacted to a video titled, Why Isn't Fortnite Cool Anymore? I wanted to bring you to a thread that Icon Queen ended up writing under that because this is just something that I entirely agree with, and I thought this was very well presented, so I wanted to share this for this video, okay? I don't think the metaverse is the actual cause of the downfall of the storyline. I think it's a leaker's, I'll explain, opinion. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this was taken from a stream as well. It wasn't just a reply to Why Isn't Fortnite Cool, okay? Sorry. I can't remember the last time the storyline and live events haven't been leaked in advance, sometimes a season ahead of time. Epic Games spends millions on voice actors, storyline writers, and surprise collaborations, concerts, and events, surprise being in quotations. Think about how much Epic paid to do the exclusive release of never-before-heard Juice WRLD song that was leaked on Twitter and YouTube a week before the event. Now, think about it from a different perspective for a moment. Imagine yourself as a movie writer, and every time a movie you made is going to be released, a month before the release date, the entire script gets leaked. Even bootleg versions of it go out on the internet. This will inevitably ruin the hype, diminish ticket sales, and ruin it for those who want to enjoy it. After a while, if it can't be stopped, when the losses add up, you'll eventually realize it's not worth your time, money, or effort to continue. Now, the claim is that the metaverse ruined the storyline and events by pulling resources from that area. I don't think that's the case, and here are my thoughts on why. 1, the storyline events and gradually started suffering before the metaverse was a thing. 2, after realizing they were wasting millions, they were going to invest those resources in other areas. 3, we love the storyline, but it's not bringing in new players or, most importantly, new money. 4, to be honest, everyone complaining about the lack of story is still playing. So yes, the resources that were for the events and stories have gone to the metaverse, but I don't believe it was a situation of let's sacrifice story for the metaverse. I believe that they moved the resources to the metaverse not as a sacrifice, but because the storyline events weren't giving a good return on investment, especially given that the leakers are constantly ruining the hype. I may be 100% wrong on this, but it's my personal hot take on the situation. From a company viewpoint, Epic has to put all resources into players' retention, appealing to new players, and increasing profits. TLDR, I don't think the resources being pulled from the storyline and moved to the metaverse was the cause of the downfall of the storyline. I truly believe it was a result of the storyline's downfall. And as somebody who thinks, and I know like leaks were just a part of what Icon Queen said, as somebody who thinks leaks are the biggest problem with Fortnite right now, I wanted to share this with you. I ended up replying, said extremely well said. We're in complete agreement. I bookmarked this and we'll share it in my next Explore video. I thought this was, like I said, there is nothing that I have to add to this. I thought it was extremely well said, and I wanted to add it to you guys and to show it over here. So Icon Queen, thank you very, very much for taking the time to write all that out, and I'd love to know what you guys think about it down below. But the conversation does not have to end there. That video that I was talking about, why isn't Fortnite cool anymore? We did a reaction to it. I'd love to have you guys over there. Watch this video right now. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Take care.